Edward Llewellyn faced a barrage of questions from British nationals over their rights post-Brexit. Mr. Llewellyn was supposed to be delivering a simple speech to update British nationals living in Paris about their rights following the UK's departure from the EU, but Remainers refused to let the ambassador speak and heckled throughout the meeting. Ian Fox, a senior executive at a consumer brand in Paris, said, "I went there seeking reassurance and I came away terrified about my future." Another man shouted, "Feel the temperature in the room." Mr. Llewellyn informed the public that considerable progress had been made in Brexit negotiations, but he faced sharp criticism when he said Theresa May was prioritising their rights and he understood the anxieties and concerns of the British nationals. Llewellyn confirmed that there would be no second referendum. "I went there seeking reassurance and I came away terrified about my future." Ian Fox, issues surrounding residency and employment rights following Brexit are a large concern for the approximately 100,000 Britons currently living in France and 1 million British nationals in other EU nations. One woman at the event, who has already resorted to obtaining a second passport, said, "I feel betrayed. But luckily I have a lifeboat. By blood I have a right to have Spanish nationality, but I have to give up my British passport." Another attendee also highlighted in some nations priority is given to EU nationals in regards to employment, which runs the risk of hampering employment prospects or even barring UK nationals from automatic consideration for jobs in the bloc post-Brexit. Officials reportedly offered little response to the gentleman's queries. Mr. Fox commented on the lack of response from officials, saying, "I felt really angry after last night's meeting. They don't seem to be taking us seriously." And another man expressed his anger that the rights and stability of his family were being jeopardized. He said, "You say May is looking after our interests. If she is stripping us of our rights, that is demonstrably false. She is happy to flush my rights down the toilet as long as it saves the Tory party." I have a lot of respect for those that were fronting up for the UK government. Theirs is a difficult job. However, they should not have tried to put a gloss on things and suggest that May and the UK government is fighting for us. Whatever they are doing can only be considered making the best of a very bad job indeed. When finally questioned if there was the possibility of a second referendum, Mr. Llewellyn said unequivocally, "There is not going to be a second referendum." Llewellyn vowed to hold more outreach events for British nationals living in France. A second referendum is not the government policy. Mr. Llewellyn simply vowed to hold more outreach events for British nationals in France in the future, and to feed the concerns raised by the attendees back to the British government. Mr. Llewellyn acknowledged that there are issues that are not resolved. Yet he remained optimistic, stating that there were grounds for confidence that we will reach an agreement.